Bethel University Global Studies. Hey, that's where they take college students, high school students, and average people like me and you, carry you around the world to show you the cultures in the world. We got a great show tonight. I got Stacie Freeman. She's the director of Bethel University Global Studies, and Joel Washburn, he's a volunteer assistant. They're live in the studio going to tell us about Bethel University Global Studies. We'll be right back.
The Mike Weatherford Show is proud to announce we are now officially powered by TEC. If their fiber optic internet service can handle everything we throw at it here in the studio, from videos to calls and live streams, you better believe they can handle your home or business too. If speed, stability, and service is important to you, you can count on TEC. Thanks, TEC. Now let's get to the show.
Recorded live in the studios of Brewer Street Mafia. This is a Red Dog Fred production.
And now, your number one rated show, The Mike Weatherford Show. Here's your host, Mike Weatherford.
Hey, welcome back to the Mike Weatherford Show. I'm your host, Mike Weatherford. We had a tragedy across Tennessee, across the nation, and across the world today. Folks, we lost Dolly Parton. Nobody alive has not heard of Dolly Parton or not been to East Tennessee and seen what she's brung to Tennessee and what she's brung to the world. Dolly Parton, January 19th, 1946 to August the 25th, 2026. We've lost an icon. There'll never be another Dolly Parton. It's sad. Ricky, we lost Dolly Parton today. It's horrible.
We did, Mike. We did. But, you know, she lived a good life.
She did.
She lived, as you believe in the good book, 7 scores, and Dolly was 80.
Yeah.
1946 to
2025.
2026.
Yeah.
So, you know, some of my very first songs of Dolly Parton is Heart Candy Christmas. I love that. I could sing it 12 months of a year. So prayers for the family and everything.
Yeah.
So
she was she reached across the aisle in a lot of genres of music. Jolene was one of her big shows because she she said, "Don't take my man," you know.
Don't take my man, Jolene, you know. So
we lost a great one, and she did a lot for the communities up in East Tennessee. When they had the fire, she raised all that money. She did a lot for reading.
These kids, you know, these kids get a book up to their 5 years of age. So she done a lot, and she was a giver.
She was.
She was a giver. So
never heard anything bad on this woman.
No, never heard anything bad.
No, never had no scoundrels.
No. So.
Well, we're going to move on with the show. We got Stacie Freeman.
Tally ho, old chap. It is great to be on the show tonight. You know, we've been looking forward to this, lad. So what do we do tonight?
You got your kilt on.
I have the kilt on the table tonight come all the way back from Scotland, everyone.
It looks like it's it looks like a curtain laying down there.
Somebody told me I look like my aunt.
Your aunt.
In a dress when I put that thing on that particular day. Tally ho.
Do you wear drawers under that, or you just let the hair?
As the tour guide, and Stacie and Joel heard this as well, she said, "Tally ho, chap, make sure you go commando," or whatever she said.
Is that, look at Ricky Price right here, folks. Just imagine Ricky running around over in Ireland, right? That's where you's at, right?
But you know what I found
and
out?
Ireland.
All the lads had women on the arm. I said, if they can wear them, I can wear them.
What's that big belt buckle you got hanging on your?
That's where I put my money and everything. You know, we don't have
that's your purse.
That's my purse.
Look at Ricky right there, folks.
So, but we're thankful. I was telling a friend of mine, Leslie, today we were in conference, and how great this is. She's from Stewart County. How great this is about to be, and the tours that you guys are putting together. So I was telling her, you know, you need to get going today. And Leslie, you know the story.
She's on the live, and she said Ricky is killing her with the outfit. I'm mad you killed a lot of them people over there in Scotland, Ireland.
Hey, tally-ho, chap.
Tally-ho, chap. There you go. All right, let's welcome to the show the director of Bethel University Global Studies, Miss Stacie Freeman. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
How you been?
Fantastic. Busy. I've been in 16 countries this year.
Wow.
Mostly for work.
Right.
So I've been in a constant.
Mostly for work. Why would you not? What would possibly be there for not working when you travel all the time?
My husband and I went to Banff a few weeks
Where?
ago. Banff, Canada.
Oh, okay.
And we did some hiking. So
Okay.
I haven't been traveling entirely for work.
Right.
But my body has been in a
How do you get over
constant state of
the jet lag and all?
I don't think I'm over it, honestly.
Wow.
I'm working on that.
What kind of chemicals in your body from all them shots you have to take?
Well, Lord, I don't know. I think it's adrenaline and maybe undiagnosed ADHD.
I think there's a lot of that.
Of energy.
And you've got your volunteer assistant with you tonight, Mr. Joel Washburn. Welcome to the show, Joel.
Thank you, Mike.
So you are the volunteer assistant, which kind of, you don't get to drive the train, you don't get to toot the horn, but if it jumps track, you one of the ones that gets in trouble, right?
Well, Stacie takes care of most everything, and I'm there to help her. And I've traveled with her for 10 years, so I've traveled to 6 countries this year.
Wow. I need to go sometime. I'd like to go out there. I would love to take a trip because Ricky took a trip over there and sent me all them pictures with him with his kilt on. I mean, everybody said, why would you ask him if he wore drawers? That's the first thing that comes to my mind when I see a man in a dress. Is it not yours, Joel?
Yeah.
You mind, Joel's
You hope he does.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, especially if you
Till you
drop
get on the
something.
lawnmower.
Unless you got to pick something up, But anyway, where'd y'all just get back from?
Oh gosh. This
gosh.
year, I know. This year alone, I started in Benin, Togo, and Ghana in West Africa.
When was this?
That was in January. So I was actually building a new program for Bethel Global Studies at that point. And then in March, I was in Ireland, Northern Ireland, and Scotland with Ricky Price. Yes, and then I came home from Ireland and Northern Ireland and Scotland, and I was here in Tennessee for a week, and turned right around and went with Gleason High School to Greece for 10 days. And then when I got home from Greece, I rested for a minute, and then I was back on a plane to Japan in May.
That's correct.
And when I got home from Japan, I took a group of Union City High School, Obion County Central High School students to England, France, Switzerland, Austria, Germany, and Liechtenstein.
Wow.
So, and
How's
in
it
between
like?
there was like Costa Rica.
Yeah.
programming.
What's it
It's
like carrying a bunch of heathens on a trip like that?
It is the great joy of my life.
Really?
Yes.
I can imagine that you said high school students. I
Yes.
don't mean heathen in a bad way, but you got my drift. It's got to be horrible with them young children.
No, it's not horrible with the young
How do
children.
it's like herding cats.
Oh, it is very much like herding cats.
Yeah.
We're constantly counting heads and herding cats.
Yeah.
That is 1,000% true.
Right.
But I will tell you that I've been doing this for 15, almost 16 years, and I've traveled with almost 900 travelers at this point.
wow.
Most of them other people's children. So it is
Yeah.
stressful because I'm always
You
concerned.
carry a
but-
belt with the paddlers on?
No.
Okay.
But that's the thing, I don't have to. That's what I was going to say. The kids that are attracted to our program are
Well-mannered.
great kids. Yes.
Right,
That,
right.
you know what? If they wanted to have a big time, they would go somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead, they travel with me.
So what's a typical day like? Let's say that you take a group of high school students, let's just use them, and you carry them to Belize
Yeah.
or Costa Rica.
Yep.
When you kind of got them under your thumb.
Under my wing. Yes.
The whole time.
Yes.
So-
And that's part of what makes our program so safe is that we stay together.
Right.
So we travel as a group. We never split
Y'all
up.
got it set up when you get there. It's not
Yes.
on the whim, as we call it.
No. Our itineraries are not only planned, but they're also vetted by me.
Right.
So, like I mentioned, going to West Africa
Right.
in January.
Yeah, that's a dangerous country.
Well, actually, that's not incorrect. I mean, that we did have some issues there.
Yeah,
And
I
so in Benin, while Mike and I were in Cotonou, there was a coup.
Yeah, sure.
A military coup, and we were fine. We got out of the country. We went on to Togo and Ghana, and we enjoyed.
They
our
don't tend
trip,
to bother out of country people.
No, well, it
It's
depends.
It really.
Well,
most
I mean,
of it's
in a situation like that,
yeah.
you know, the danger was real, and we're not going there. So I said that to say this: I go and I vet the places. I go vet the hotels. I vet the partners. I vet the restaurants, or that's at least what I've done historically, to make sure that it's safe, to make sure that we have nice accommodations. I meet our drivers. I meet our tour operators and guides.
Where's some place you will not go? Probably naturally it'd be Ukraine right now. We don't
Well,
want to
I
go.
would say that, you know, I could not go to a country that was designated as what the U.S. government calls level
Terrorist.
4. Yeah, which means active war, right?
Right.
But now I travel to level 3 countries all the time.
What is that? Give
Well,
me one of them.
Colombia.
Yeah, that's drug.
Right. I mean, it's known for its narco trafficking,
Right.
Its cocaine trade. But the truth is that there are lots and lots of safe, wonderful places to visit in
There
Colombia
are.
that are not level 3.
Mexico is just as dangerous as any of them. Unless
Exactly.
you get out of you stay in a tourist area, you're fine. But
fine.
once you step past that, over that line, and get out there in the regular world,
Right.
your mom and daddy liable to hear from you wanting some, for ransom.
Yes, and so we don't go there.
No.
We don't go to those places. We don't
Right.
volunteer with the cartel. In Costa Rica, we volunteer with the Costa Rica Animal Rescue Center.
Right.
So
we don't.
we rescue little sloths.
You remember last time you was on here, the Fer-de-Lance snake.
Are you
yes.
going there again?
I'm
aren't
going to revisit this. And you told me that time that you was out walking on a path at night. Remember this story?
I do.
And you run up on the Fer-de-Lance.
Yep, stepped across it.
Stepped across it. And I asked you, did you pee a little? And you said no. And I said, I'd have peed a lot. So, that would be, I would be more worried about stuff like that than I would be the people.
The truth is that the most dangerous part of our program is the drive from your hometown to the Nashville International Airport. I-40 is the most dangerous part of the program. And then beyond that, the other reality is that motorcycles, like traffic accidents, are the number one. Like for a study abroad director, when you're doing risk assessment, it's traffic. It's motor vehicle, motorcycle.
Some of them countries you go to, their traffic laws are a lot different
Exactly.
than ours. They run wide open. And there's no left and right lane.
No.
And it's
No
no
rules.
rules. No rules.
No
It's
rules.
kind of fend for yourself.
Yeah, and pedestrians don't necessarily have the
I
right
was
of
in
way.
Las Vegas. I was in L.A. I was on doing a Today show back in the day, and we got a cab, and we pulled out and run over the cab next to us. And I'm trying to tell them, hey, we just hit that cab. They don't care. This is in L.A.
No.
And we going out through there running wide open, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm adrenaline junkie. I was a boxer, drag racer, but I've always in control. This guy sitting up front, got a glass between us. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. And I
And
had my
so-
attorney with me. I said, are we going to live through this in L.A.? So I can only imagine what you go through in foreign countries.
Well, that's one of the reasons we vet our drivers, and we make sure, like we've been using the same driver in
Gotcha.
Costa Rica for 10 years. His name is Frank.
All right. Well, he knows you.
Yeah, we know each other. I trust him with my life.
So he's got a big van.
He's got a great big, a big 16-passenger van.
Right.
So we never get separated.
Give
we're not
me a
taking
typical
separate,
day. And we're talking about Costa Rica. You get up in the morning, bacon and eggs.
Oh, well, you know what? We stay
fruits.
lots of fruit,
Yeah.
lots of bacon, lots of eggs. So it can be a traditional American breakfast in
Right.
that way. But we had lots of fruit like papaya
Yeah.
and mango and plantains and that kind of thing to breakfast. And then we usually head out to volunteer at the Costa
But you
Rica
stay
Animal
at
Rescue
Joel's
Center.
place.
We do. We stay at
Joel,
Joel's house.
You got a house in Costa Rica.
Yes, my brother and I do.
Okay. Is it on the ocean?
No, it's in the hills.
Okay. How long have you had that?
About 2.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's what's it like to own property in Costa Rica? Is it just is it okay? I mean, is it hard to do or
No, it's not hard to do. It's a lot of taxes up front, and then from that point forward, it's not a lot of tax. But our house will sleep 18.
wow.
It's a house and 2 small casitas, which has lots of beds. And so we sleep high school students, college students, Girl Scout troops that go down,
Wow.
and Bethel students. We hope.
What town is it close to?
It's in Atenas, which is about 45 minutes from the capital city at the airport.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool place. That helps to have that.
It does. And that is another added safety feature of our Costa Rica program,
Right.
is that it's a gated community. There's a gate, that surrounds the fence, and a gate that
Right.
surrounds
Do you
the
have
property.
guards?
No, there's no guards, but there's no need. I mean, Costa Rica is one of the most peaceful nations
It
on
is,
earth.
it is.
And so, but it's a real comfort to parents to know that once their kids are home at night, they're home. There's like nowhere else for them to go.
Right.
And so they're at Joel's house, safe
You
and
don't have
sound.
you don't have any Mike Weatherfords that want to slip out at night.
No.
Go out and
you'll
look
be
for-
too tired when you get back. Trust
That
me.
is the
looking
truth,
for-
because
go
we
good.
work hard at
That's
that
right.
Costa Rica
You
Animal
won't
Rescue
be
Center.
wanting to ramble at night. You'll be ready to set
looking
your
for
feet.
them
The,
snakes. yeah.
the kids come home and they crash.
Wow.
They're worn out.
And then the next day it starts over.
It starts over. So what we like to do is incorporate cultural activities in with our volunteer service work, so it's not just work for the kids. So when we're in Costa Rica, we do volunteer at the Animal Rescue Center, but we also hike to waterfalls. We visit beaches. We visit artisan markets where they buy like handmade crafts and things. So it's they get to experience, the volcanoes and the national parks in Costa Rica, while also contributing to a nonprofit partner.
Basically, what it is to introduce American students and people too, average
Yeah.
American citizens,
Yeah.
to cultures around the world.
Yes.
Wow.
That is the goal. We want people meeting people.
Right.
So we want our folks meeting other folks. And what we think happens is that we create an understanding with one another. We get to know one another better. And when that happens, we tend to fear people less, and it's
People fear the unknown.
right. They fear the unknown,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And we have a tendency to demonize the unknown. And so we think that travel is an anecdote to that. And so that really is one of the underlying goals of Global Studies at Bethel, is just to create opportunities for people to love one another more.
Right.
Yeah.
And is there language barriers on these trips, or do we
know,
have somebody there that can translate? Or?
We always have a translator on our programs, but the truth is that English is the international language of tourism.
Because it's got dollars.
Exactly.
That's why it's tied to
And so
that.
I have been working for years on my Spanish, but it's hard to learn because anytime I travel to Central or South America, people speak English. In fact, most of the world is bilingual or trilingual or multilingual, and English is spoken nearly everywhere.
I
so-
speak fluent Spanish myself.
Really?
Yeah, quesadilla, taco.
Haiku.
And I even speak Chinese. I mean, Japanese. It's Nissan, Kawasaki, Honda, Toyota. I speak them languages fluently. But I wondered, on them trips, how it would be with the language. But I'm assuming that the American tourist is what you are.
Yep.
They kind of cater to that, so they teach their children. That's where the money's at. These
Yes.
countries are poor.
A lot of them are.
Yeah, most of them are poor compared to us. Our poorest people here, other than your street people,
Yep.
probably are a step above
Right.
some of your middle class in these foreign countries.
Yeah,
Joe, I think
that's
you have to
true.
agree with that.
Right?
Yeah,
Very true.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, and so they're taught at an early age, American tourism is where the money's at.
Yes.
So, you need to learn English to get that money. And it's sad it's like that. But the American dollar, it even rules us.
Right.
And it's going to rule Costa Rica. It's going to rule West Africa. It's going to rule all them countries. They all need that American dollar. Because their government don't give it to them. They steal it and give it amongst themselves, so it don't get out to the people.
Well, most people that I come across are fluent in English,
yeah.
especially in the tourism industry. So that
Yeah.
makes it a little easier to navigate
It sure
those
does.
language differences. But that's one of the other features of our programs,
Yeah.
is that we do include an interpreter and a guide. And then we partner with local guides while we're traveling so that we get a true authentic experience
Yeah.
in these countries. So we partner with people who know the country a lot better than I do.
Yeah, yeah.
And can give us sort of a taste of their own home, so to speak. So
Does that Southern accent fool any of them interpreters?
it is funny, and it's interesting how many people recognize my Southern accent.
Well, yeah.
Like, I don't remember where we were,
were in-
Joel.
Edinburgh.
Yes.
Scotland.
We were in Edinburgh,
Yes.
Scotland.
They,
Yes,
they
yeah.
pick it up quicker than
They
we
did.
did.
They were like, we don't know what state in the South you all are from,
Yeah.
but we know that when you talk, we hear the
You
South.
said the key word, y'all. But
It
that's
is.
an English word.
That's an English word.
Yeah, y'all's an English word, but they pick it up. Because I have a lot of, doing this show, I meet a lot of people, and they can pick me up quickly, those foreigners can. You're from the South.
You're from the South.
And I look at them and I say, y'all all sound the same to me, but they got different dialects in different parts of their country. But the South is where the true King's English is spoken. You knew
Yes,
that.
yes.
It
And
is from the
so-
plantations and Bellamont, all that stuff back in the day. But I wonder how they pick up on
They
the
do. They
Southern
pick
accent.
up on it. And it's funny when we go to Colombia, We teach English as a second language down there at our sister school, Colegio Americano.
Right.
And it's funny because they're learning English, but they're learning it with a Southern accent.
That's good.
So it's funny to hear these little Colombian kids
There's
pronouncing
a
words
lot
the
of
way we
people-
do.
I think y'all can help me. My history is not. I know a little bit, but not a lot of nothing. There's a lot of Confederacy went to South America. Back in the day, was it Costa Rica? Was it Colombia? Where did they go when the Gold Confederacy resettled down in them areas?
Oh gosh.
That's where a lot of that Southern language that you hear down there comes from. It was because a lot of your old plantation owners after the Civil War, they went south, and when I say south, they went south.
There probably were Nicaragua, Panama, I would think. Some of those
probably.
areas where sugar and cotton and things like that were grown.
Yeah, but it wasn't no
Sugar
slavery. We're not talking.
plantations.
There wasn't no slavery. They just resettled down there.
Yeah.
There's a little town down there. They still do. They still. Last I heard, I had a guy that went down there. They still celebrate with the Confederate flag and all that during the time. I wish I had remembered the country that's in. Look it up sometime.
Yep.
They still do the Confederate deal down there. They have a Confederate Day. They dress up like the old Annabella days and all of that down there. And I forgot what exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
look that up in the back, Dana, and find out what country in South America that the old Confederates went to down there. And they still have. I think they might have quit it, with the rebel flag and stuff. But there for a long time, it was part of their culture.
Yeah.
Because that's where they went, and that's interesting that you carry them all around the world.
Yeah, we've been in 21 countries over the last 15 years. I believe there's 889 travelers and 66 programs so far, and counting. So and we're growing at Bethel. Oh yeah, there we are. Look at that, 889 travelers.
That means how many
programs.
people has went with you on this? Wow.
And that's what I've been able to do, mostly leading programs at Bethel. Now, what's going to happen in the future is we're going to expand that. So I started back in 2005. People don't know this, but Global Studies started in McKenzie, Tennessee, like walking dogs at the Carroll County Humane Society. It didn't start in Costa Rica. It was a group of Bethel students that were on campus when I arrived in 2005, and they said, look, we want to get out in the community. We want to get out of the classroom and get into the community and help people. And help others. And so that's what we did for a long time. And then Hurricane Katrina, hit in 2005. And we had to save a lot of money and collect a lot of supplies before we could go and help. But that was our first national volunteer program, was in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. We just continued that trajectory for a while.
You been to Cuba?
Yeah.
That's a country I'd like to go to.
Yeah. No, yes. That was in 2016. So from 2005 until 2011, we did a lot of domestic programming. Then in 2011, we started traveling to Costa Rica. And then by 2016, we were allowed to go to Cuba. And boy, you talk about an interesting place to visit.
Cuba, I've had some friends that's been over. I was going to go a few years ago. When Obama was the president, it kind of opened up.
Yep.
But the old cars.
Oh my gosh.
That's what's amazing.
It is incredible.
Their cars is still the 50s and 60s, unless you have some Russian that throws some junk in there. But most of it's old. You've been to Cuba
5 times.
That's so cool. And at one time in the 20s and 30s, that was the place to go.
Oh, it was incredible.
The party house.
Yes, man. It was like the Vegas of the Caribbean.
It was.
That's how I've heard it described.
Brazil is where they went. About 20,000 Confederates fled the U.S., with the largest number moving to Brazil.
Okay.
I knew it was in South America somewhere. Look that up. That's pretty interesting.
That is an interesting story. Yeah.
But I've always wanted to go to Cuba. Is it still safe to go today?
It's still safe, but honestly,
right now we're fighting with them over the fuel and stuff.
That, and I've got friends there. Like I said, when we create partnerships, we create them for life. And so I have been in partnership with Yaniel and as our guide since 2016, so for 10 years now.
Yeah.
And the last time I talked to Yaniel about bringing a group, because I said, hey, what can we do to help? And he said, nothing right now, just as soon as you can bring a group. And at the moment, there wasn't enough food in Cuba to feed a group. So, he said, not now. We just don't have the resources to feed everybody. We can't house everybody. We can't take care of everybody. But he said, as soon as you're able, and as soon as we're able to host you all, come back. And so I'm eager to get back to Cuba.
They need to get those socialists out of office. They need to get that government. It needs to be something did to.
Well, the Cuban people are some of the most delightful I have ever met. They are wonderful people.
I'll say this all the time. People get along. It's governments that don't get along. I've got no problem with any nationality of people. Neither do you, Ricky.
You're right.
But it's our governments that don't like each other. It ain't us.
Right.
That's what bothers me.
Yep. Well, I remember going to Cuba for the first time back in 2016. It was a dream come true for me. I had been dreaming of Cuba since 1981.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy because I was only 8, but
Yeah.
my grandmother had taken our family on our very first vacation, and we had wandered through Florida and then through the Keys. And I remembered standing on Key West in the front of that sign that says 90 miles to Cuba, and asking her, like, hey, we've hopped and skipped through these Keys. Let's just hop and skip another 90 miles. And she said, we can't. And I thought, even at 8 years old, it bewildered me to think that we could not go somewhere. And so I made up my mind that day I would go someday. And in 2016, that door opened. As you just described, relations between our government and theirs was warming. A U.S. embassy opened up in Havana. Our vice president at the time, Nancy Bean, I always have to give her a shout out. She said yes when I went to the office and said, hey, can I take a group? And that was also the year that we started taking community members and high school students on our programs. So, and Joel Washburn, I'm pointing his direction right now because he was the first community member to travel with us, and it was to Cuba.
Tell me about your first trip to Cuba, Joel.
Cuba, as a child of the Cold War, it was always interesting. You know, when we were little, we hid under our school desks because we thought that Cubans and the Russians were going to come get us and bomb us. And but anyway, I've told that story so many times it's wore out. But Cuba was like driving back into the early 60s.
It is.
And when we took a bunch of college kids, I said, all right, kids, buckle up your seatbelt. And they started looking for seatbelts. There were no seatbelts in a 1960 Chevrolet or a 57 Chevrolet. And so I just had to laugh, you know. But they were beautiful, the old cars. And like you said,
your creativity of keeping them running without
and some of them do have Russian parts, Chinese parts, homemade parts. And they're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Yeah, the taxis especially, they all paint them all up and stuff. It's, you know, that's sad that we got a neighbor just 90 miles off the coast of Florida. But it's the governments, you know, their government is their problem. It ain't the Cuban people. And their government needs to be, there's no reason for Cuba to be in the shape they're in our hemisphere. They should be a part of America as far as being, you know, we take care of them, they take care of us. There's a lot of people on Cuba, creativity, a lot of good, smart minds over there. They could do stuff for us, but yet we want to sit there and argue and fight with them. But it's their government. It's not the people. And that's what's sad. Yeah,
the Cuban people are some of the most creative, brilliant people. They've had to make do with,
how big is that island? Cuba's, what is it?
You know, it's not that big. No. You can see pretty much the whole thing in a week or two. You know, and I've wandered quite a lot of it. I've been to Havana, been out to Vinales.
Havana was the main goal. It went in the 20s. That's where everybody went.
That's where everybody went.
That's where the gangsters and the mob was. That's where the mob.
I can't imagine what it. Yes, exactly. I can't imagine what it looked like back then.
Had to be cool.
It had been so beautiful. Even now, in all of its decay, it's still just magical.
Cuba and Australia is the two countries I want to see because I got my family is from Australia. I've never been over there.
That's interesting. Okay,
The Weatherford, the show's not about me, but I'm going to tell y'all a funny story. My mother used to laugh because my mother is half Choctaw Indian. My daddy used to call her Squaw, you know, just picking at her. And your people lived in teepees, which they didn't. Then my mother used to say, well, your people over in Australia lives in caves. I grew up hearing all that. That's my mother and father had both died. I found out that's true. There's towns, I think it's the Ruby Coast. I could be wrong. They live underground because it's so hot. And the Weatherford International was a big mining company that's one of the largest in the world. And they do build underground city because it's so hot. So my mother was right. My dad's people did live in caves, but not to the extreme of cavemen. It was just the way they did it over there. But that's a funny story.
That is
But there's 4 boys that left England. 2 of them, all 4 went to Australia. 2 of them come on to America. That's where I'm at. And 2 of them stayed there in Australia. That's where they got. We've separated all these years, you know.
Yeah.
We're not in contact no more. But
that's
cool.
Interesting. I don't meet people often who have hair like ancestors in Australia.
Yeah.
It's usually, I mean, what we hear a lot, Ireland, Scotland, England.
Weatherford is an English name.
Yeah.
And, you know, in English, which I always thought when they said my parents, my dad said they was from Australia, which really they're from England, but that's where the penal colony was. That's where England put their prisoners. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
figured we was a
have
bunch of
read that.
damn crooks is where we go. I mean, duh. What would you
Yeah,
think?
no, I would have
Yeah, I
wondered.
was like, I'm looking at I'm looking over at my sister and I said, we're crooks.
What'd we
And I was-
do?
Yeah. But come to find out that was the story, which is interesting. But I'd like to go there. We got to take a commercial break here in a second. Get back. We got some photos.
Yes,
We
we
got
do.
Ricky Price went with y'all.
He did.
And you can help him navigate through all these pictures of them being over in Ireland and Scotland. And
Well,
did Ricky Price, did the whole country, did they lose anything when Ricky was over? I mean, they had to
they
lose
lost
some.
their sanity.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
their standing in the world had to fall a little bit with Mr. Pepsi Cola. Did they have Pepsi over there?
Yeah, of
Really?
course, yes.
Make sure. If you didn't, you
So-
set them up, would you?
So, and I'll tell this to the viewers today. So the temperature today in Dublin, okay, is 61 degrees and rain. The highest temperature in the summer is maybe 75 degrees.
That's my country.
So, and
And there's no snakes on Ireland.
there's no snakes.
Unless they brung them
you
over.
You don't have to tiptoe much through the tulips
No,
there.
I could just go out
Okay.
there, and I don't like snakes. Hey, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to get back. We're going to get your website out here right quick. There it is. Tell me about that, Stacie.
All right. Well, our website is under construction. We are in transition at Bethel. So expect big things to come to the website soon, but you can visit the website and learn a little bit about where we have been. If you want to learn more about where we're going, Facebook and Instagram is where I would point you at the moment.
Gotcha.
We do a pretty good job of keeping those accounts updated and active. And you can learn more about our France opportunities, Italy opportunities, Costa Rica, Colombia, and then I'm going to be adding some more stuff soon. I just got to catch my breath.
Great. All right, folks, we're going. There's Stacie.
Oh
there.
yes, and then I also
That's Cuba.
Yes, that
Look
is
that old-
probably
Yeah.
my most favorite photo. The one I've
Oh yeah, look
like,
at that! Look at that old car. That's what
Yes.
I'm talking about.
Yes.
And the colors in Cuba. I've got pictures people sent me that was over
Yep.
there. Their colors are so bright. It's
Yep.
it's blues and greens and pinks and reds. They all into that kind of color.
Yep.
But look at that
It's
old
beautiful.
car. That's typically what you see in Cuba. That car right there. That's,
Oh, yeah.
that's,
That's
and
right.
some of them old Russian, little small beat up car. All right, folks, we're gonna take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Here at Yoder's Country Store, we like to do things a little bit differently. We serve fresh lunches made right here in our kitchens. Take them home with you, or you can enjoy them right here in our warm and inviting dining room. A full deli with meats and cheeses sliced fresh, just for you. Fountain drinks, hot coffee, or delicious fruit smoothies. Add the finishing touches. Natural and organic products, as well as locally sourced foods you won't find anywhere else. We even carry canning supplies and hard-to-find country staples. And of course, friendly service every time you visit. And we're owned and operated by Amish and Mennonite families.
Order for bill is ready. Hey folks, James Yoder with Yoder's Country Store. We're not your regular grocery store. We're just 5 minutes from Paris. We would love to have you.
Just minutes from downtown Paris, come experience Yoder's Country Store at 75 Anderson Road.
After a drunk driving arrest, the last thing you probably want to think about is installing an ignition interlock device. We know the state requirements can be confusing, and you are being hit with expenses left and right. No matter where you live, we will walk you through the process one step at a time and help you to find the exact equipment you need at the lowest possible price. From your first call to the day you celebrate the completion of your requirements, LifeSafer is there to simplify the process and help you get back to your life.
This weekend, don't just stay home. Head to the Breakers Marina. Enjoy live music and stunning waterfront views and amazing food, all in one incredible atmosphere. Whether you're docking the boat, grabbing dinner with friends, or coming out to catch the next big band, the Breakers Marina has become the place to be on Kentucky Lake. Check out the upcoming entertainment schedule at thebreakersmarina.com, and we'll see you at the Breakers.
your tank on empty? For best gas prices in town, fill up at 54 Fuel Mart, 1213A Westwood Street. And don't forget your other tank. Grab hot fried chicken, wings, pizza, and on Tuesdays and Fridays, the best fried fish around. Got a sweet tooth? We've got freeze-dried candies, candy bars, and more. Rainy day? Stay dry and use our drive-up window. Farmers, we've got your dyed diesel plus parking for big rigs. Open 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. If you're feeling lucky, play the lottery or grab a scratch-off while you're here. 54 Fuel Mart at the Westwood Y. More than just fuel.
All right, folks, don't forget, coming up Thursday, a special edition of the Mike After Dark. That's right, we're going to do a special show this Thursday. Where's the political heading across Tennessee and the nation? Tess Robbins, Tennessee Republican State Committee woman, Representative Jay Reedy, and Rick Williams. He's a political strategist, and I think I've got one more coming in, I was told today. We're going to talk about what's going on in the state of Tennessee, in Nashville. You know, the Republicans have a supermajority. When's the last time they did something for me and you? I mean, school vouchers, but did that help me and you? Hey, tune in. It's coming up this Thursday, August 27th, 7 p.m., special edition Mike After Dark. You don't want to miss this one. Coming up next week, I got a great show. The TNT Tacos. You remember that story where their concession trailer blew up? He ran back into the fire and saved his wife. It blew him out the door almost. They both had to be air flighted to Vanderbilt. Lots of surgery, lots of skin grafts. They're going to be live in the studio. Tim and Tiffany McPherson are going to be sharing that story of what happened, where they're headed at now, and what their future plans are. You don't want to miss this show. It's coming up next Tuesday, September 1st, right here on the Mike Weatherford Show. Don't forget, come on, a Tennessee Informer. You may not understand the First Amendment. What did the founders really mean? Dave's going to have a special guest, William J. Watkins Jr., coming in and going to explain all that to you. The First Amendment, which everybody knows what the First Amendment is. And don't forget it, coming up Monday, August 31st, 7 p.m., Tennessee Informer. Sportscast Live with Jerry Bucklew, the next generation, Inman Middle School football. That's right. He's going to have Barry Barker. He's the head football coach at Inman Middle School. Coming on. Sportscast Live with Jerry Bucklew. It don't say on here, but I think it's 7:30 on Sunday. That's what it usually said, but I don't see it on there. That's what it should be, 7:30 coming up next Sunday. Don't forget Sportscast Live with Jeremy Bucklew. Don't forget, coming up at the Breakers, August the 29th. That's this weekend. Johnny Mack and friends rocking the dock. Have you not been to Breakers Marina lately? Let me tell you something. It's the best food and best entertainment on the lake down there. Breakers Marina. If you haven't done it, you need to go. We're going to be down there coming up, I think it's September the 5th. One of my good friends out there, Andy Lumbar, is going to be playing there, so you don't want to miss it. But anyway, if you haven't done it, go to the Breakers, Saturday, August 29th, 7 p.m., Johnny Mack and friends, rocking the dock, Breakers Marina. Hey, don't forget, coming up this weekend, American Floyd, the ultimate Pink Floyd tribute experience coming up Saturday, August 29th at the KPEC Center, right out here at Paris. I had them on the show. They did a great job. You know, like I always told them, teachers, leave them kids alone. Remember that? Pink Floyd coming up out here at the KPEC Center Saturday, August 29th. To get your tickets, you got to get hold of KPEC. Preferred seating is $37.58. Standard seating is $27.18. You don't. I don't know where the hell they come up with these 18s and 58s. Won't you just make it even number? Come on, dude. I don't. But anyway, got to be something. I don't know what it is. But anyway, hey, you don't want to miss. Come up this weekend. The American Floyd, the ultimate Pink Floyd tribute, KPEC Center right here in Paris. Don't forget the long road to Paris at the Paris Henry County Heritage Center. August the 18th, it was Colonel Caldwell. And coming up September the 15th, I wish I could go, but they're doing it on Tuesdays, and I got to be here. Jack Henson, y'all heard about him. He's a Confederate sniper where the Union come through Stewart County, and they killed his two boys. They thought his boys was probably snipers trying to shoot the Union soldiers, so they killed his two children. Supposedly hung their heads up on the gate, and Jack Henson went on to a one-man army and killed hundreds of people. on Lake Barkley over there. Don't forget, he's going to be telling you a story about Jack Henson, the Confederate sniper, September the 15th at the Paris Henry County Heritage Center. Don't forget the second annual Jimmy French Memorial Artifact Show, September the 5th at the Huntington, Tennessee Fairgrounds. Hey, all kind of artifacts from our Native American history. I had them guys on the show here one time. They brought me some stuff and showed me pretty cool stuff. You need to go over and check out all the Native American artifacts coming up September the 5th at the Carroll County Civic Center. Don't forget the Peddler Advantage. If you've not got your free copy, what are you waiting on? They serve 9 counties for over 40 years, 20 words classified to run for 4 weeks for only $10. The best part is every issue has the Mike Weatherford Show, Tennessee Informer, and Sportscast with Jerry Buckley right there for you to pick it up and see what's coming up in the future. Don't forget, we've laid 300 miles of fiber optic. We've had over 1,900 residential commercial customers, but I think the numbers are way up from that. Have you not done it yet? Have you not become part of the TEC family of high-speed internet like we have? Do like I did here at the Mike Weatherford Show. Go get you some. There you go, folks. We've been sitting here talking with Stacie Freeman. She is the director of Bethel University Global Studies, and Joel Washburn. He's a volunteer assistant. He also, I'm going to make friends with him. He owns a house down there in Costa Rica, so I'm going to try to be his friend. You know? It's always good to have friends.
Well, always get friends. Friends in low places. That's what the song is. That's right.
But anyway, we've been sitting here talking about y'all's trip. So tell me a little bit about the trip that you got Ricky on. I want to hear that.
Oh, yes, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. We traveled back in early March of this year. How many were there? There's like 15 of us that went from
19.
Bethel. I think we lost a few at the end.
Lost two, yes.
Lost two at
How'd
the
you
end.
lose them?
Well, they didn't go.
They just weren't able to go.
I thought you bitch you lost them.
No, we didn't lose them in Ireland.
Okay, I thought they still circling around over.
No. So, yeah, we had between 15 and 20 travelers with us on the Ireland, Scotland, Northern Ireland trip. We started out in Dublin and made our way up. Oh, great. Here we go. That is a Bethel student, psychology major.
From Paris.
Sienna Haney. Yeah, she's from here in Paris. And that is Drury Street. Now, Artem Zun.
Back up a minute, if you would, Kevin. Okay, what is that street at?
That's Drury Street, and it's known as the creative district of Dublin. And so it's a street full of cafes and shops.
It looks like an American street in a big city.
Yeah. If you look back in the background there, that architecture.
Yeah, I heard it back.
Yep.
I'm talking about the buildings down in the road. Looks like any American city other than an architect on those old castle-looking things. Yeah.
So that was a very lively part of Dublin, obviously very colorful part
Nobody
of the
drives
city.
down that street. It was too narrow.
No, it's a pedestrian only. And this is Kaylee Stanton and A.Z. Busby, 2 students at Bethel as well. And we're, I believe, at Trinity College.
I thought that's where that was.
Yes, that's at Trinity College. And it's interesting, Sienna.
Ain't that Belfast?
That is in Dublin.
Dublin, okay.
And it's the oldest, I think it's the oldest university in Ireland. And it's interesting because Sienna, the young lady that you saw in the first picture, she's graduated from Bethel and she's actually applying for grad school in Ireland.
Wow.
So it's these programs, the impact they have on the kids is pretty remarkable. There's a picture of Colombia in the slideshow somewhere. This is again at Trinity College.
Look at that architect on that building. Looks like a needle.
Oh, listen, the architecture in Europe in general is just beautiful.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, there's some on Trinity. Yeah.
Wonder when that was built.
Oh, it's been several hundred years.
1500s, yes.
Wow.
And on the campus of Trinity College, you'll find a beautiful library with what they call the Long Room. And it is one of the most stunning libraries I've ever seen. That is the library. That's the library I'm talking about. That's the Long Room.
With a staircase.
Yes. And when we were there, those are the bookshelves. And I think they house around 200,000 books. But they were being cleaned while we were there, and they're so ancient. It's one of the most beautiful collections of books on the planet. And so the meticulous effort that they are taking to clean the books, like cover by cover, page by page,
so
is pretty remarkable.
Didn't get to Ireland to do anything to their libraries like he did a lot of Europe.
Say that again.
So Hitler did not get to the Ireland libraries like he did a lot of countries over there. They lost their libraries because he didn't want you to read it.
Well, this one is pristine.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, and it's beautiful. And they've got a display right now called Gaia. So there's this earth like this. It's like a light hanging from the ceiling in the shape of the globe. That's really beautiful. And in addition to seeing this, we also got to view the Book of Kells. So I don't know what you know about the Book of Kells, but it's basically an illustration of the four Gospels.
Yeah.
And it was created by Celtic monks,
Yeah.
and has been remarkably
1485, I do believe. Am I
well
right?
preserved.
Yeah.
I'm not great with dates, but
Okay,
yeah,
I think
it's
so. I could be
it's
off.
incredible.
6 months. I don't
So
know.
what they do is they open it to one page, and that one page stays open for some
Yeah.
period of time, and we can come through and look at it. So that was a really interesting part of our visit to Dublin. Mm-hmm.
I got to ask this question. Ricky Price.
Here we go.
Did he? No, hold on, Kevin. Did Ricky Price cause any problems over there?
No, Ricky
Yes,
Price.
I did.
Well,
Tell him, Joel. Go ahead.
Well, the bus driver one day wanted to know,
I knew it.
is this guy drunk? Because Ricky always came on the bus laughing, cutting up, and acting, like Ricky.
Like Ricky.
And so the bus driver, who was just as quiet as he could always be, he said, is this guy drunk? And it was early in the
It was
morning.
early in the morning, like 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
I said, no, that's Ricky.
It's all that Pepsis he drinks. What you
Yeah.
should have told him.
Yeah.
Wow, but Ricky enjoyed it, I'm sure.
Oh, Ricky had the biggest of times.
Ricky can have fun at anywhere.
Yeah.
That's just
Oh, it was
Ricky.
great.
I didn't know nothing about they thought you was drunk.
But
That was a surprise. I'm going to wait and tell you.
okay.
I've been waiting
But-
in this story.
there was one thing, too. I don't think he met everybody in Ireland, but he
Yeah,
tried.
yeah, he did. They all know Ricky Price in Ireland. You cannot go anywhere in this country, in America, just about they don't know Ricky Price. And I bet you in Ireland, they'll say, what was that guy's name? Ricky Price. Yeah, I remember him.
Tally ho, lad.
Yeah, Tally
That
ho.
chap,
Yeah,
old
yeah.
chap.
Wow. But was you on the Ireland trip too?
Oh, I was,
Evidently.
yeah.
Was that your first trip to Ireland? Scotland?
Yes.
What did you think?
Oh, it was beautiful. Everything was green. There was lots of livestock out through, a lot of open land, lots of windmills and things. The people were fantastic.
Windmills, you talking about the old, were they crushed up
they're
grain or they
the
making
new
electricity?
ones.
Okay.
They're making electricity.
Right.
And it was just beautiful, everything about it. Yeah, old castles.
Yeah, that's what I'd want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we actually saw a couple of old castles when we were up in Northern Ireland. We visited Dunluce Castle.
This is right here.
That is Edinburgh Castle.
Yeah.
That is in Scotland.
Joel, tell me the dates on some of these buildings. Do you
No,
know?
I can't do that.
Wow.
They're old.
That castle is actually built on top of an extinct volcano. And so it gave, like, it's just sort of a natural
Right.
area for defense, right? It's great for
Are
defensive
they all,
purposes.
is Irish a lot of redheads still over there?
I didn't particularly see lots of redheads necessarily, but you know,
redhead, that's where they say that's where their home country is. Really?
it was sort of interesting when we were in Dublin. We have a Bethel alum that lives in Dublin. He came to Bethel to play soccer, and he saw on my Facebook page where we were heading to Dublin for study abroad.
Right.
And he texted me or emailed me or messaged me on Facebook. I don't remember which, but we got in touch and we were able to have dinner together.
That's right, we did.
Did y'all
in
get
Dublin.
to go into any of the pubs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we on our little walking tours we would explore. You can have dinner. We actually
I'm talking about the beer, the Irish beer. With the children, you couldn't.
Well, with the children, that's right. On a Bethel program, we can't consume alcohol. But that having dinner in the pubs was part of our tour.
It is. The fish and chips is
Yes,
wonderful.
the fish and chips were part of the tour.
It is. But
okay. Let me tell you about this. So we were in Edinburgh, and this was, I think, our last night in Scotland. And
He's
so
redheaded.
this is this is a celebration, and so that we're celebrating a great 10 days in Ireland, Northern Ireland, and Scotland with a haggis dinner. Now, have you tried haggis? Do you know what it is?
Don't go there with him.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, it's the internal parts of a sheep. It's like the heart, the lungs, the liver, and it's sort of ground up with oats and spices, and then it's stuffed into the sheep's intestines, or stomach, and cooked.
Yeah.
And so the plan for me anyway that night was
That's
to
the
go.
stomach he's got in his
That's the
plate.
stomach,
Yep.
and then there's an address to the haggis that he reads that was originally written by Robert Burns. And so he comes out, and it's a really big production, and he serves the haggis. And so my plan was to take a bite to be polite, but
And
it was
throw up
actually
later.
it was actually so good. I only left one bite on my plate.
Wow. What did it taste like?
Haggis.
Chicken? That's what everything, if they can't.
You know, the spices that they use made it really nicely. It was very nicely flavored. I
but
actually enjoyed
what
it.
did the food, the meat taste like? You
Beef,
could if you put my hat,
pork, I
you
don't
could
know,
wrap
like-
you could wrap my hat and all that, and it would taste like, you know. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, it was good. It was quite good. Yes, and the kids actually ate more of it
Right.
than I
But it's
thought they
the
would.
peel of it of a goat stomach laying there on your plate is not got to be. It don't look like a cheeseburger laying there.
No, and I have some really funny videos of the students seeing it come out for the first time, and he kind of gives it a shake, you know.
Oh, yeah,
and
got
it-
that quiver.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, and
Oh,
it really gets them torn up. But
Could you- I
but they
don't-
tried it. I was
Well,
I was really proud.
Well, if you go over there, like I tell people, if you go to Rome, you got to do as the Romans do.
And we do.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
I
part
would
of what
like
we do
that.
on the programs. Is it, you know, if they serve haggis, if that's
I
traditional,
would try
we
it.
eat it.
Yeah, I would try it.
That's what we eat, and so we did it.
You know, I would be the guinea pig. As long as they're being honest with me. Don't give me a cat turd and tell me that's some kind of delicacy. I don't want that.
You don't want that.
No, but if it's something they eat, I'll eat it too.
And
Joe,
it
you will
was.
too, right?
Yeah,
I'll try it.
yeah, you tried it.
Yeah,
Joel and
tried
Teresa ate it. Yeah,
It
we
was
all ate it.
I bet it is good.
It was not
Nice.
bad.
It was not
It
bad,
was not
right.
bad. No.
Wow.
So we spent some time in Dublin, and then we went up to Belfast, where we toured the Titanic Museum, which is
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah.
Learned a lot about the people that were affected by the Titanic
Yeah.
disaster, how the boat was built. We visited Giant's Causeway, which has got a really interesting history
Yeah.
behind it. I think it was created,
Now,
probably
did you
60
go-
million years ago by
Did-
volcanic activity.
What is the name of that? I think I'm in the right country. What is that big monster called? That sea monster?
Oh, the Loch Ness monster.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Did y'all
is
go to the
Scotland.
Loch?
We did not. No,
Oh,
we went
you
straight.
kidding?
We went straight from Northern Ireland, Belfast to
How
Edinburgh.
could you go over there without seeing the Loch
I
Ness?
know we can't do it all. I know.
That would have been a priority. Joel, what were they doing to us, brother?
Well,
Who didn't?
our guide said no need to go there.
I would want to go and see at least a lot. Because you know what? Aussie, is that what they call him? Nessie.
Nessie, yeah.
Might have
Nessie.
stuck the head up. What did we look at? Back up, Kevin, if you can. Look at that architect.
isn't that beautiful?
Yes. Is that Dublin?
That is actually Edinburgh. And Joel and I had a really interesting experience there in what they call Mary King's Close. So what happened back, hundreds of years ago, probably in the 15...
When Ricky was a kid.
Back when Ricky was a kid.
Right.
In the 15 or 1600s, there was a really narrow alleyway that was... on each side, you would find like shops and houses and
Yeah.
that kind of thing, storefronts, whatever. But the Edinburgh you see here was built up over this old. So you've got the old Edinburgh and then and then you've got the old Edinburgh underneath. And so we were able to explore underneath the city and learn more about how old Edinburgh lived, and it was super fascinating.
Is the cities clean?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, very clean.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Very clean. Very clean.
Yeah, that's good. Well, United States is getting that way. They say Washington is really cleaned up a lot now. They got the guard up there.
Oh yeah, no, it was clean. It was safe. We didn't have any problems.
Wow, the whole country ought to be that way. Go ahead. What is it? Back up, Kevin. What was that? They're like some kind of a castle.
That is, yes.
That's a church.
Yes, it's a picture of architecture on the Royal Mile. So the Royal Mile there in Edinburgh stretches from Edinburgh Castle to Holyrood. The palace, the royal palace at the other end, and they call it the Royal Mile, but it's actually like 1.12 miles or something.
Okay,
Like it's
I got you.
it's a Scottish mile.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
there's just a lot
Country
of
mile.
beautiful. Yeah, there's just a lot of beautiful architecture between the castle and the palace. That's
What
the
is
Toll
it?
Booth Tavern. At one point, I think this building has served as a jail, as a courtroom. There's
It's
a picture.
old.
Yes, it's very old. There's a picture of a cemetery in here somewhere that's really interesting.
That building right there is still being here after all them years. That has to be craftsmanship that not even, our houses nowadays won't last 50 years, let alone 1,500
Oh, I know.
years. It's ridiculous.
There's a castle, and I forget the name of it that we stopped. You'll remember it. We all had our picture made in front of the gate. It's over 800 years old. It's almost 1,000 years old.
Crazy.
So there it is. So the picture of the cemetery I took.
Yeah.
So Scotland for a long time had
Back
a
up
thriving.
one picture, Kevin.
Go back to the cemetery.
Is that the cemetery?
Yeah, it's part of it. And the reason I took the picture was to remind myself of this story. So Scotland had a thriving medical community, and they had a robust medical system, like a school. They were educating doctors. And so for years, they would practice doing autopsies on convicted criminals. So once convicted criminals died in jail or were executed, they would be donated to the medical community for autopsies. And so, but demand for those bodies outpaced executions.
Start digging up graves.
So they started grave digging,
Yeah.
yes. And so what we were seeing in these cemeteries in Edinburgh was, one, towers, because they had to employ night watchmen, and two, families would start placing cages over the graves and like bolting them into the ground to protect their loved ones from being exhumed. So it was just there was a lot of really interesting.
Is it
there.
not rocky soil over there? How do they build it? Now, the rocks, I seen all them rocks. That means it's got to be a rocky.
It's volcanic.
Yeah.
I mean,
How do they do
Like
anything?
right there, see?
Oh, yeah, there we
Castle.
go. That is Dunluce Castle, and that sits right on the coast over in Northern Ireland. So for a lot of reasons, one, age, two, weather. Part of this castle is actually collapsed into the ocean, into the Atlantic. But gosh, that's a fascinating thing to explore. And you're able, like you can
That
walk
was
up,
back
you can
during the
explore.
Knights. When the Knights was running around. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it was very cool. Very cool
yeah,
to
I
get
like
to
that
explore
kind of
this
stuff.
old abandoned castle, and then travel maybe was it 30 minutes or an
30
hour to that
minutes,
next one,
yeah.
which is probably the
Right on
best
the coast,
preserved.
yes.
Yes.
Well, Ricky, you didn't get hot. You had your kilt on. Yeah, you had your kilt on.
That's Joel
Oh,
and
look at
I.
there. He don't have his kilt on. He's at the bar.
That's Joel and I.
All right.
Yeah.
Joel, that's you.
That's
Yeah,
me.
Wow. You look young in that picture.
We were young that day.
Yeah, look at y'all too. Wow.
Well, we had a really big time, and the impact that this has on students is pretty remarkable. They come home more confident.
Is that Ricky?
Oh, that's
Joel
Ricky
again?
with
That's Joel again.
That's Ricky.
Oh,
I made the photo.
Oh, okay. I thought you might have had your armor on. I'm sorry to interrupt.
no, it's a lot of fun. I mean,
Yeah.
we talk about, travel, but the truth is that what it's really about is transformation. It's about transformation for the students. They come home more confident. They come home better critical thinkers. I was explaining to one of them in London as we were navigating the tube, like, your brain is doing things right now it does not do in Union City, Tennessee.
Yeah.
You're creating new pathways. You're learning new
Yeah.
things. You're increasing your confidence, and it's fun to watch. That's the fun part.
There's nothing wrong with learning new cultures.
Nope.
There's nothing in the world wrong with that. But
Nope.
I don't like them bringing our cultures to our country and ramming it down our throats. But I think every culture needs to be explored. The South American, the Irish, English, German, they all got great cultures, and let's all celebrate them.
Yes. And what I love about our program is that really what it provides is an opportunity for our travelers to come home with what we call enlightened nationalism.
Right.
It's like you can go other places and you can learn from other people. Like there are folks who've got things figured out that we still need answers to. So you can learn, but it also, our kids often come home, especially when it's Costa Rica, Colombia, Peru,
Yeah.
Ecuador, Cuba, appreciative
Yeah.
of what they have here in the United States.
You would definitely
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
You can drive to some of the poor parts of America and appreciate. Go to the Appalachian Mountains. You'll really appreciate what we got here.
One of the things that Ari Gear from Union City High School said in her journal, she said, "I have become more mindful and attentive to others. My empathy has increased tenfold while on this trip." And I thought to myself when I saw that, I thought, wow, what would happen if everybody in the world increased their empathy tenfold? What if we were all more curious? What if we all wondered more what it was like to be in another person's shoes?
A lot of people went to them countries, but it was during war, and they didn't get a true sense of the countries when they went over during World War II. My father went all across that area. He always said it was some of the beautifulest. He tore up some of his tanks that he had to shoot during World War II over in France and Germany and all. He said, we tore up a lot of good architecture. He said, but I'd like to see it in peaceful times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's always so sad.
Ricky, hand me that kilt of Ricky's right there.
Oops.
What?
All right, now, Ricky, you got to put it on.
Mike,
Well, while he's putting his kilt on,
I'm just going to show.
I need
Hell, I'll put it on. Hand it here. How do you put it on?
Listen, Mike, I didn't bring
God,
a
that
belt.
thing's heavy.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I didn't know. Hell, it's insulated.
You asked me if you had to wear drawers. You always ask me that question. You don't
I
think
see
it.
why now you don't want
you
no
got a
damn
good
drawer on.
one. You got a high quality kilt.
If I'm going to travel
Look here,
6,000
folks.
miles.
It says it right on the back. Zoom in on that. Look at
Kilt.
there. It says
The kilt.
It's not a dress.
That darn thing is heavy.
Well, that's
It's
what-
insulated.
Well, why would you travel 6,000 miles and bring back some invitation?
Yeah.
Y'all keep talking. I'm going to put on.
Okay. Well, while he's putting on that kilt,
keep talking.
I need to tell everybody where we're going
That's
next.
the back. Huh?
Yes, I need to tell everybody where we're headed next.
Look at that.
So if we could go to the slide that's got France and
Oh,
Italy on
Lord.
it, while Mike is getting his kilt on, we are headed to France in May, and it's going to be led. The program's going to be led by Dr. Kyra Sanchez Clapper there in the green. She's a French historian and language professor. So that's going to be a fabulous opportunity to see France, to see Paris, to see the Loire Valley. To experience French culture, history, and language. And then we've also got a study abroad program coming up in Italy that we're really excited about. So France in May and then Italy in March. Those QR codes take you to the application. You can, if your listeners know of students or community members who are interested, send them our way. So refer folks to us. Share with your students at home, this opportunity, and encourage them to take it. You're looking good. Travel with us.
Oh, Lord. I'm done.
What do y'all think, folks?
It's a transformation.
Look at is that? Let me step out of where y'all can get a good. Right there. Look. Am I not making a good trophy boyfriend dressed like this?
So, and
y'all, what do you think?
So the guy that served you that night had a kilt on.
Yes.
So, and that's what I'm trying to talk about culture.
Yes.
It is a very going culture that in those countries that you wear and you see. It's not a joke, but it's a culture.
Right, and it is part of their culture.
It's a part of their culture.
Yes.
Well, I got their culture on. You know what? That thing is kind of thick.
It's more than thick. You asked the question. You think I had a skirt or a mini skirt or something on?
Well, I didn't know what you had, Ricky. But it's pretty. Look at that. I got the hat on. I got that ball. If I got my scarf right, you'll tell me.
You're all right. You're fine.
Do I look spiffy?
Tally ho, chap. You look debonair tonight.
I need to take my shirt off. Would that make you look more authentic?
No.
You just keep
leave that on.
Okay, leave my shirt on. Okay. I didn't know, but what word am I? Tally ho?
Tally ho, chap.
Tally ho, old chap. First time I've ever been in a kilt. Hey, Ricky, I like it. Real men wear kilts.
Right. And this goes back to Stacie and Joel and these. If you think you're just sitting at home tonight and, I don't think I want to go out of the country, well, you're missing the best part of your life. You're missing the best part of your life.
You're missing the best part of your life.
You're missing
because you could be sitting here wearing a kilt. What's wrong with you, Wayne?
I tell you, I'm going to France.
Is there a front and the back to this hat?
No, it's just just a tag in the back.
I don't know where the tag's at.
So you're headed to France.
I'm headed to France.
Yes.
You're in the control room laughing. Yes. I think that's kind of funny.
I'm headed to France next May.
So what are you most excited about?
The experience.
Oh, yeah. It's just all of it, right?
It is. I think I'm going to get me one of those Frenchman hats. I'm going to come back.
Beret?
Yes.
Bring me back some.
I am going to bring. I tell you what I'm going to do. If I bring one of those hats back,
I'll wear it.
We're going to be on the show.
We're going to wear hats.
And then I'm telling you, and if I travel abroad, next time if I go back to Scotland, if I need to wear a kilt, I'd have brought you a green one.
I'll wear me one, man.
And we're going to walk down.
People's ask me, am I catching the breeze? Yes, that vent is blowing right up my kilt. I need to wear some long handles next time. And today is a longtime viewer's birthday, Miss Darlene Vustros. Happy birthday, Darlene. Happy birthday. I think it's your 21st birthday. Wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
There you go. Stacie, I've kept you all an hour. Anything else we want to cut? I'm sitting here with a kilt. Did you expect that?
No.
I don't care.
I was not expecting that.
What do you think, Joel? Do I rock the kilt?
Yeah, you and Ricky.
We rocked the kilt.
We rocked it. So, and for everybody, and I'm going to thank you, Mike, for helping these guys. But I'm just telling you, if you haven't been, if you want to send your kids, look them up.
Yep.
And get on board because when I was growing up, Joe and I had a discussion. We were lucky to get to Memphis.
Yeah,
right.
We were lucky to get to Memphis.
The furthest that when I was in elementary school, we did go to Fort Donaldson, and being a kid in elementary school, I was like traveling to France.
That's right.
You know, you
Yeah.
sit in that old school bus with shifting them old gears. You know, I'm an old guy, and you sit there. God, we're ever going to get there? That was Fort Donaldson.
Yeah.
I can imagine now these
Yeah.
children going all around the
Well,
world.
it is. It has been fun to watch. Watch the transformation. Watch
What's the
experience.
cost if
It depends on where we're going. We've got a Colombia program coming up that's less than $2,500.
I
Right.
think it's 27.
We've
does
got-
that include the food?
Yes, it includes everything. We've
Air
got another
fryer.
program.
But hold on a minute. Let me butt in a minute. But when you go to these places to eat, you just order out the menu and y'all pay for it?
Normally, what we do, yes, we'll give them a budget. Like, hey, the budget tonight is XYZ. So
Per
don't
person.
per person.
But
Don't
if you do,
overspend.
you have to
You have
pay
to
your
pay
rent.
your own way, like your own. Yeah, you have to make up the
Right.
difference.
So Ricky, that you had to buy this killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
We don't buy souvenirs.
No.
Yeah.
You know, there are a few things, you know.
Ricky's got deep pockets, you know that. He probably
I
owns
draw
half-
Social Security, okay?
Yeah, come on, Ricky. The vice president of Pepsi, yeah, right.
Well, that's the point. Why would I travel when we got on that plane? That's my whole goal. I wanted to see the country, but I was not leaving. I'll come home with a kill.
I don't blame
I
you,
remember.
brother. I mean, hey, that's what it's about. You know,
That's my lifetime experience.
It is, Ricky. It is, and put it up one more time. I want the viewers to say, put Ricky's picture up there with his kill.
You got the weather for tonight.
Hold on, he's gonna find. There you go. Now I don't have the whole thing, the socks and the shoes and all that, but I do got to have. I don't have the belt. Now look at Rick. I've got it on too. Now y'all look at Ricky, and Ricky's a 10. Y'all want to rate me from 1 to 10. I know I'm not a
putting you
10 like
11.
Ricky. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna stand up. Ricky's a 10 because he's got the whole garb. Am I a 4 or 5?
Oh, you're 11.
Oh, here I am.
You're 11. I'll give
What do
you
you
11.
think, folks?
First time, you're 11.
That's right.
11 and 10 is 21 is our age.
I like that hat too. That'd be a good deer hunting hat. That hat's hot.
I killed this.
My kilt's hot too. I'm gonna be a sweating here in a minute. I'll be fanning my legs down here to get my kilt. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but it's fun.
Well, we'd love
Well,
for people to travel
yes,
with us.
yes,
And
yes.
What do you have to do? If I want to just say, one of my viewers, you know what? Where y'all say y'all going next?
Well, we're headed to France in May. We're headed to Colombia in March. We've
Italy.
got Italy in
May's
March.
done passed. So
Well,
you're-
we've got May of 2027.
okay, so your next project,
next trip is probably going to be
March?
March. It would be France.
France, March to France.
Yep.
And what about would that cost per person?
It's around $6,000.
Right.
Right. But it is all inclusive. It covers flights, ground transportation, a guide, a translator, all of your cultural activities, your meals,
Right.
basic health insurance, tips. You
So
really don't
when
need
you
money
get-
for
when you-
anything.
that's right. When you get there, other than
Nope.
what your souvenir,
You get your
you
your
buy,
souvenirs.
you want to buy you. They don't have kilts over at Ricky's.
You want to
yet.
buy a beret?
I'm coming on with a beret.
And a lot of
Oh,
students
yeah.
do.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna start painting.
Oh Lord,
Yes.
That's Rembrandt.
Yes.
There we go, Rim Rat's what you are.
That's it. But enjoy life and
Yes.
explore.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun, Ricky. You've been on a trip.
I've been on. We're going back. The only reason, and I'll say this, Joel's got a trip planned. I think it's in October. And is that full yet, Joel?
Our Henry County trip to Costa Rica is
full.
Yes,
Wow.
it's full. So I'm glad you brought that up because we for the first time have a full group of Henry County High School students traveling to Costa Rica. They're traveling in March as well, and they're going to stay at Joel's house and they're going to volunteer at the Animal Rescue Center.
So who's going in October?
Oh well,
Nobody right
yeah,
now.
we're not
Okay.
going to be able to make that October
Okay.
trip work. So
Why not?
Well, we didn't have enough time.
Okay.
Yep, we
We
ran
started
out of time.
planning late.
I got you.
Yep.
There you go. Tell us what we got there before I let y'all go.
Oh yeah. We've got Colombia coming up. We have a sister school down there. We're going to go volunteer as English
Right.
language assistants. Italy is coming up in March. That's with Gleason High School, but it's open to community members, teachers, faculty, staff, students, etc. France is coming up in May. France is being led by Dr. Kyra Sanchez Clapper. She's our French historian and our French language professor.
Oui.
So yeah, you'll get a very, very educational program delivered by Dr. Clapper. That we're really excited about that one. And yeah, so it's like we would love to have you guys travel with us. We would love to have your listeners and viewers travel with us. We're very active on social media right now. That's the best place to find out where we're going and what we're doing is on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at BU Global Studies. We've got lots going on. So you can see there we've got that full post up for Henry County High School.
Y'all gonna go to Amazon anywhere down there in Amazon?
I've been to the Amazon, and
that would be a cool trip.
It is a very cool trip. I was in the Ecuadorian Amazon a few years ago, and that's it. There's just there are only so many days in the year, right?
They are. They are. And it takes a while to plan it.
Yeah, it does. It can take up to a year.
Now, if a man wanted to go on a trip, what should he do? He needs to get shots for that country.
Yeah, and what I have found mostly is that the shots you already have
are good enough.
Okay. Yeah, we rarely have to get vaccinated.
And if you wanted to go, you just kind of get with you, pay your money,
reach out to me,
and you meet at the airport, or you meet here?
We meet at the airport. All of our trips start at the airport. Right. So we meet at usually the Nashville International Airport.
Right.
Yep.
We meet there. We all get together on the same flight. And we fly over to wherever we're going. We all get off, and there's somebody waiting there.
There's somebody waiting with the sign that says
Bethel
Bethel University.
We get there. We're already hungry. Yep. So we go get something.
We go eat. We get settled in our hotels.
And then
hit the ground.
And the next morning, what time we get up? Our time.
It depends. It depends. But we usually get up early, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're up and out.
Yeah. That's normal for me.
That's normal. And,
as long as I got my coffee in the morning,
I'm fine. You'll have your coffee and a big breakfast.
Yeah,
we feed you a big breakfast.
You
can get bacon and eggs. Now, gravy, I haven't seen a lot of gravy, but
I'll do that.
We can do bacon and eggs, fruit, that kind of thing.
I'd be interested in do something like that.
You should come.
But I stay so darn busy. Me and Dana, we do a lot for the show. We MC a lot of different things, and
it's hard to get away.
It is, but I would like to take a little trip. Coming up in January, I'm gonna try to slow down on my regular job that I do.
You need to go to Joel's. He's got a place, and I think Joel can work at. You can go to Costa Rica. I think Joel can get you fixed up.
Yeah, I like to do something. I like to go there. Like I had a friend that lived in Belize forever, kept inviting me down to Belize, inviting me down. He's right on the ocean. You could see the ocean where his house he was. He sent me pictures. And sitting there drinking him and having him a drink, saying, "Look here, what I'm looking at," you know. And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to come." Well, he passed, and and I never took that trip. Yeah. And I'm getting older myself. One day I'll pass, and I won't ever make the trip. But anyway.
Well, there's no time like the
Anything
present.
else you want to say before I let you go?
Just thank you for having us on again. We always have a good time on your show, and just again to your viewers and listeners, y'all join us.
Oh yeah.
There's always room on the plane.
Joel. Anything you want to say, my friend?
We want to see you guys come with us. We're building this program for you.
That's what I want to hear, man. It's a great thing. It's Bethel Universal Global Studies. Stacie Freeman, she's the director of it. They carry these children, you too, me and you if we want to go. But they carry these children from high school to colleges all around the world. And they probably wouldn't get to do that if it wasn't for this. Because, number one, the cost, it would be astronomical if you try to do it on your own. Mm-hmm. And number two, most people just don't have the opportunity to take a trip that these people will carry you on. And you found out it's very safe. It's structured to where it's just, you'd have a great time. We spend a couple of $3,000 when you go on vacation here in the States. If you go in the mountains or go to Florida, add it all up, your fuel costs, your food costs, your motels, and all you buy, you're going to spend a couple thousand. There's trips you can take with these people around the world for a few more dollars, and something that most people don't get to do, which is go to lifetime
experience.
Go to Costa Rica and step over them fer-de-lance snakes and pee a little. That's what I'd do. I might pee a lot.
Well, I get it.
I don't like snakes. Did I ever told y'all I didn't like snakes?
I've heard that about you.
I do not like snakes. Absolutely. But Ireland has no snakes. Remember that guy?
That's right.
I think the guy with the flute let all the snakes out of Ireland. Yeah, that's a true story. You know what I'm talking about, Joel?
Yeah.
There's a wise tale about that where the guy had the flute.
Yeah.
The Pied Piper had carried all the snakes out of Ireland, and I wish we'd Pied Piper in Tennessee. They can all go somewhere, go over to McKenzie, get them out of Henry County.
You're taking the high coat again.
We don't want no more snakes in the high coat. All right, folks, there you go. We've been talking with them about the global studies from Bethel University. I've had Stacie Freeman, she's the director, and Joel Washam, he's a volunteer assistant, and he also owns a house in Costa Rica, so he's going to be my new friend. But anyway, we've had a great time doing this, and my old buddy Ricky, what do you think, Rick? It's a good show, wasn't it?
Always. I appreciate you getting them on. I'll end it on my end. Is last year when we were ending out, fixing to leave to come back, I looked at Stacie and said, "What's the next trip?" Mm-hmm. This was in March. Mm-hmm. She says, "We're going to France." I said, "I'm on board." Yeah. Not knowing what was in between because I knew some change were coming. But if you make your plans, do it. don't hesitate. Don't wait. And I appreciate you having us on as well.
Ricky, I want to tell you this, my friend. When you go to France, they are one of our allies.
Wow.
Don't go over and piss them off.
Well, I don't do that.
Okay, I know how you are. They thought you was drunk over in Ireland.
Well, you know, I had a big time, dude. You know how it is.
I know you did.
Can't have fun, stay home.
I'm exactly. Hey, I appreciate you. It was a great show.
Man, thank you.
What do you think about being a kilt? Did I rock the kilt?
But if I knew this, I'd have fixed you up, and I
told
would
you,
not have left Scotland.
Ricky, I picked on you and aggravated you, but I'm going to
I didn't think you'd be man enough to put it on.
I'll put it on. I'm that way. Hey, I'll try
All the
anything.
girls, I'll tell you what, you'll be surprised if you walk down the courthouse tomorrow at how many women hug you.
Really?
You'll be more in the trophy when you get home tomorrow night.
Dana be fighting them off with a stick, wouldn't you?
You're right.
That's right. All right, folks, there you go. Mike in a kilt. Did you ever think you'd see it? Hey, I'm a man's man. I don't care. I can wear that kind of stuff. It doesn't bother me a bit in the world to wear that because I couldn't aggravate Ricky picking him like I have and not do it myself. So, hey, I just showed Ricky that I'll take one for the team, brother.
It's not one for the team. Guys, you're missing out.
That's right. Hey, dude, you know, this right here is insulated. It is. And that cool air, it's kind of nice. But anyway, hey, tune in next week. You know, we got a great show coming up. Don't forget, coming up Thursday, this is a special edition of the Mike Weatherford. It's the Mike Weatherford After Dark part. It's coming up Thursday, this coming Thursday, I think 2 days from now. I got Tess Robbins. She's a Tennessee Republican State Committee woman. Representative Jay Reedy. And Rick Williams, he's a political strategist. We're going to find out what's going on in Nashville. I've always said that Tennessee is an independent state. A lot of people say, no, we got Republicans. We do have Republicans in office. We sure do. But the independents put them there. Tennessee is an independent state. I want to find out why we're still paying taxes on groceries. My question is, but we can build $500 million stadium. So I'm going to come up with all of these big shot guys, you know, do what I do, which is ask them questions and that I think you want to know. And it's going to be a great show coming up Thursday. You don't want to miss this, and we'll find out what's going on across the state, what these political strategists think's happening, and what our representatives think's going on. Hey, I'm going to just bring it all to the head. Let it roll where it rolls. There's questions I want to know myself. Hey, don't forget, he ran back into the far. Tim and Tiffany McPherson will be right here live now, folks. Be live in the studio September the 1st, which is next Tuesday, to tell us the story about the TNT Taco concession trailer that blew up, burnt him and his wife horribly. And we're going to find out the story, where they come from. They was air flighted out. They was burned. 30% of their body was burned. And what their future plans are and what caused this explosion. You know how you hear all kind of rumors. And, you know, my motto on my show is all the things we all want to know about. Let's find out what really happened and what it's done to their relationship. Hey, it's coming up next Tuesday, September 1st, right here on the Mike Weatherford Show. Hey, folks, I appreciate you tuning in. Had a great show. I want to thank my crew in the back, Kevin Keel, Scott Norwood, Ken Atkinson, and Dana Allen. Without them, I couldn't do what I do, which is dressing kilts. No, with a fluorescent green shirt. I want the Irish to think of that.
You're
Irish.
Scottish. You're Irish.
I am Irish.
Irish kilt.
I got it all on. I am what I am.
Yeah.
Hey, tune in next week, same time, same place. And Ricky, tell them what I always say.
And don't be late.
You heard him. He said don't be late. We'll see you next Tuesday. Next Thursday. We'll be in here this Thursday, day after tomorrow. Hey, see you next time.
The Mike Weatherford Show is recorded live in the Brewer Street Mafia Studios in downtown Paris. A Kill Media, Brewer Street Mafia Productions.